Hey everyone, so I am in the middle of kind of running around trying to get stuff ready for the weekend because myself and my boyfriend are heading up to Donegal to visit his family for the weekend. So I'm literally like heading off in an hour and I wanted to get my June favourites up really quickly for you because I just haven't had a chance to film it yet. So it's going to be short and sweet, show you the highlights of the stuff that I really loved throughout June. So I'm going to start off with my nail varnish. I have been loving brights, like bright coral yellow, orange, those kind of like tangerine-y, citrusy colours, and I've just loved them. I love them on my fingernails, not so much my toenails. I always tend to go for dark colours on my toenails, but the ones that I've been loving would be like this guy here by NYC, and this is Lexington Yellow number 294. This was really inexpensive in pennies, so you can see there it's just super bright. This one here by ELF, which I've had for years, this is their Passion Pink, even though it's quite coral, nail varnish. I can't remember how much this was, but you know yourselves, ELF is lovely and cheap. And then this nail paint by Barry M, which is similar, is in number 296 Coral. I wore this in a few videos as well recently, so loving those, absolutely loving my bright nail varnishes. Then as far as skincare, I'm only going to really show one thing pretty much. So I only just got this recently. I think it just got in there at the end of June, just about on time. And this is the Olay Regenerist CC Cream Complexion Corrector, or CC Complexion Corrector, SPF 15 UVA UVB. I don't really get the CC cream thing as such, so I'm just kind of loving this for what it is, and that is a mixture of serum, a moisturizer and a sheer foundation with an SPF of 15, which covers UVA as well as UVB rays. Now it's a very low sunblock factor, but I go over with the next thing I'll show you in a few minutes actually, so I'll leave that for then. But it's just, well, first of all, it's extremely pretty. You can see the foundation and the moisturizer swirled in this gorgeous pattern within the actual bottle, and then the serum is on the outside, and obviously then when you pump it out, it comes out as a single little paste there, and it's a very light skin kind of colour. You wouldn't think it would do much because it's so sheer, but it just gives the most subtle yet attractive kind of brightening effect to the skin, and it just really perks it up. It's absolutely lovely. Now to be honest, like I said, I don't really get the whole CC thing, because as far as correction goes, I would have, like, some companies are kind of putting it down as like colour correcting, so they have like kind of greeny ones and lilac ones and stuff like that. So I think just take it for what it is rather than what it's like touted as being, and it's just a really nice kind of moisturising foundation, like sheer kind of tinted moisturizer or whatever, but it is lovely. And this one just seems to perfect kind of pores and imperfections and stuff like that, so it is a lovely one. I think these are around, I was in Boots yesterday and I saw for around €27, so yeah, that's it. And I have it in the lightest skin tone, but that's coming away on holiday with me. Then those other things that I was on about would be the mineral makeup. Now I hate showing this because it has been discontinued, but it's my favourite one. It was the Vichy Aera Teint Miracle Powder Foundation. So that's coming with me as well on holiday. But I also picked up this Roche-Posay one. I wanted to see if it would be a good kind of substitute or replacement for the Vichy one that was discontinued. And it's pretty good. The only thing is the colour isn't quite as bang on. Like the colour of the Vichy one was literally 100% a match. This would be more of like an 85% match. It's a tiny bit more neutral and not quite as brightening, say, on the skin, but it still gives a very similar effect. I would hope that maybe it'll suit a bit better after my holidays and may go up half a tone. I think it's more like my neck and my décolletage that needs to get a bit of a colour rather than my face, because you know my face is darker anyhow. But this is a great little product. Like colour aside, it's a lovely product, and I just love my mineral makeups, and particularly because they have the SPF in them, and it's easier to top up obviously a powder rather than having to worry about how do you get like a cream on over your makeup, if you know what I mean, for topping up your SPF throughout the day on the sunny days. So this is the SPF of 25, and I really like that. Toleriane, oh god, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, Toleriane Teint Mineral. So, and it is a compact foundation or compact powder, but that's by Roche-Posay, so that's that guy. Then staying with kind of mineral makeups, we have these guys, which are Warm Soul and Dainty by MAC. I had been using like cream blushers loads at the start of kind of the summer, but I have been breaking out on my cheeks recently, and you know yourselves, cream products, you know, when you put them on, they just tend to move around and kind of show up anything that's underneath, and if you have concealed, it'll remove the concealer and it's just a mess. So I decided to go for mineral blushers, yeah, because I didn't want to go for anything too matte, because I like a little bit of a pep during the summer, and I didn't want to go for anything too shiny because it would show off any uneven texture of the blemishes on my skin. So these are a really nice kind of happy medium. I have Dainty on today. It just has such a lovely natural kind of peachy glow. I really, really love it. And these guys, I think they're about €24 in Ireland, but I love these. Dainty would be more like my daytime one, and then Warm Soul would be more my nighttime one. So that's those. And then another product that was sent to me last month, but I was actually sent two things by this company, which is from Zoeva. They have a new highlighter and a new mineral bronzer. So that's what they look like there. I love the highlighter as well. It is really nice, but the bronzer has really kind of, you know, I've really taken to it. It's a really lovely light shade. It's kind of taken over as my contour powder because it's just like, it's not too red. It's just a really lovely shade of brown, like a really like kind of tan brown as far as contouring shades go. And it did come with like a sifter sieve thing on top, but I couldn't get the product out, so I did have to remove it. But that's lovely. I'm not sure if it's out yet. I will be doing a blog post on these soon. But you can check the Zoeva website and it will give any information there. Then the only liquid foundation really that I've totally loved throughout June would be the Vichy Aera Pure one. I won't go on about this because I've gone on about it loads before and I've done a video and a blog post on it, yada yada yada. So yeah, you can look them up and it's just a fantastic foundation. Again, I love Vichy and Roche-Posay for skincare and like base makeup. I just think it's fantastic. Then the last few favourites would be kind of brands in general. So for me in June, Catrice was a winner. I didn't really go crazy buying much makeup in June, apart from picking up Catrice stuff, and there is kind of a sale on in many of the pharmacies at the moment, not really in pennies for some reason, but loads of their stuff is being discontinued. I will find the blog post, I can't remember, I think it's a German girl, she put up a blog post of all the stuff being discontinued, but they're replacing the stuff with like loads of lovely new stuff, and this is all happening in August. So if you go into some pharmacies, you'll see that the stuff being discontinued, which includes like some of my favourite bits, like this Prime and Fine illuminating primer, which I'm going to pick up another one of. But those bits are going, and then it's bringing in new stuff in August. So I'll link to that blog post below anyhow, so you can see what's coming and what's going. But my pick, I'm just going to kind of show one item from each of my pick of brands. But my pick for this would be the Nude palette. I'm wearing this today. If I was to say there was any downside, it would be that it is all shimmery, but it's just lovely. The shades are lovely, really, really lovely, and it's only €5. So, or 5 something, but it's just a really, really lovely budget palette, which is really, really good quality. So I'd highly recommend that, and this is coming away with me for the weekend. And it comes with a little brush on one end of the applicator that is in it. This end has one of those crappy sponges, but the brush will come in handy because I'm not really bringing any makeup brushes with me this weekend. And then this, it's not actually a Catrice product, but this is coming with me because I've been using this a lot recently. It's an NYC palette. This is one of the IndividualEyes ones, but this is for brown eyes, even though I think it works phenomenally, that's a hard word to say, for green eyes. It has an eye primer, a highlighter, both of them are cream products, and then these eyeshadows. So the bottom two are matte, the top two are satin finish. It's just a gorgeous palette. It's been getting a lot of use over the last month, so that's also coming with me. And then that's pretty much it for makeup. My other kind of two favourites then in relation to say fashion would be the two shops that I've really been enjoying shopping in over summer, and that would be Penneys or Primark in Ireland. Penneys is what we call it in Ireland, or New Look. They just have the nicest range of stuff, I think, for the summer season this year, and I'm going to show a pick from each. So for my New Look pick, it's going to be these shoes. I showed them on Instagram, if you can see them there. So they are platform shoes, 4.5 inches. One of the girls in work measured them the last day because she was like, God, you're so tall in them. And I just love the design. They were only 30 something euro, and they're just really, really, really lovely shoes, particularly for the summer as well, because they have that bit of air that that can get in through if you are a bit warm. They are really lovely shape and they're surprisingly comfortable. I've been wearing them in work and I've been able to manage in them no problem. So those are, I really, really love them, and I've been getting loads of compliments for them as well when I've been wearing them. And then my pick from Pennies, or for Pennies, is this skirt. Now this one's actually, I got two of them. I got one of them because when I was in there one of the days, it was a size, the smallest size they had was a size 10, so I was like, feck it, I'll get it, it's really, really pretty. And then it was a little bit loose, so then I went in again and I saw the size 8, I got that. But it's so pretty, rather than return it, I said I'm going to give it to my sister, who is a very similar size to me, and I know she'll love it as well. But isn't that beautiful? It was only €13. Gorgeous, how would you describe it? It's a lace, really lightweight lace skirt, perfect for summer, and I just think it's so, so pretty. They have so many nice things in there at the moment. I'd highly recommend anyone go in and have a look if you haven't already. And then I suppose if I have any other favourites music wise, it doesn't really change very often, to be honest, but like what I've been listening to on my iPod or my iPhone mostly lately would be like Grimes, her album Visions. That gets a lot of play. All the Gotye albums, well, not really the first one, I'm not the biggest fan of the first one, but definitely his 2 other albums I would get a lot of listen of. And then Alt J as well. I really, really love Alt J. I think they're a fantastic band. They're quite unique, their sound is quite unique, and a band everyone should check out if you haven't heard of them before. And then I'm so happy that Dexter is back on the telly. That was fantastic first episode of season 8, and I think that's pretty much it. So I'll see you when I come back next week, and then I need to try and get as much done as I can before going on holidays Sunday week, Sunday week, yeah. And oh, one last thing as well is, in case anyone doesn't know, there's a giveaway going on LetzMakeup at the moment, so you can enter that. It's going on until the 14th of this month. And it's been sponsored by personalmall.com, so they're going to be choosing the winners. So you can, I kind of said you can enter once a day, but I did a video on it. I'll link to that below and the blog post below. So check that out, go ahead and enter. You can win a pick of like 9 different clothing items, but they're really, really pretty, and it's all on the blog post. So go check it out, and I'll chat to you all really soon. So long, guys!